I want to share with you a couple of wrist and hand drills that have really helped me kind of get away from the claw of doing too much gi jiu-jitsu. You know what it's like when you're training a lot of gi, your hands start to like just deform into crumple things. You get like forearm pain, tendon pain. At points, you know, I can't make a fist. But these drills have actually really helped me just feel a lot looser and a lot easier. I'm going to show you a couple. Okay, the first one is just you placing the back of our hands on the ground and trying to spread our fingers. There's a couple that are going to look really, really similar. Okay, so now all we're going to do is we're going to lean forwards and then push up through our hands, trying to turn our elbows straight towards ourselves. Okay, very, very simple, and you just push through that movement. The more you shift your weight forwards, the more pressure is going to go onto your wrist, and it's that last little bit that gets you. A nice variation of this one, which is honestly even better in my opinion, is making a really strong fist. Okay, so I make a fist, I'm gonna put the other hand on top of it, back of the fist towards the floor, and I'm gonna push up, and then I'm gonna try to turn that inwards as well. And you get this really nice stretch on the outside of your forearm. And I'm trying to keep my fist nicely closed and tight, and then work through this range of movement from here. Okay, same thing on the other side. Tight fist, like really try to close this off as best you can, push it down, and then rotate through that joint line. Okay, trying to work it and get your forearm facing forwards. Do a few of those guys, really gonna help. The next one that I find really nice as well is this side to side movement. So you start with your arms quite far apart, and over time you're just gonna gradually just lean from one side to the other, getting it closer and closer together. The whole time I'm trying to keep my forearms, my elbows pointing forwards towards you. If you can get fully close together, then you can start circling. But we're not letting our hands come off the ground when we're doing this. We're keeping this afar, keeping our index fingers down, and then just rotating around in this line. Okay, making these small circles, then you can go back the opposite way. Same thing, you know, the more my weight is over my hands, the harder my wrists are gonna have to work. The final one are a couple of finger ones. Okay, so you're gonna place your hands on the ground, and then what you're gonna try and do is push your fingers in and raise up individual fingers from here. So that's our first part, okay? And the thumbs are the same way. Once you get used to being able to raise them, then you're gonna try to create small circles. And that might only be a tiny bit, particularly on some of these lower ones. You're gonna try to create circles, and then the same, we're gonna try to create circles, and then the index fingers will be pretty easily. Okay, ignore these flies, don't know why they're in here. The next one is the same with the thumbs as well. The final part of this one, which I find the most beneficial, I can't quite do it perfectly, but it really, really helps, is taking those knuckles, lifting them up, and then while keeping your fingers on the floor, trying to get them all the way inside, and then put that weight back through the fingers. So I like to do like, if you can see, like I'm going all the way up onto the first knuckle, and then I take it out and I go onto the next knuckle, and then I fully extend it out that way, okay? This guy, if you've got tight fingers, hurts like crazy, but it feels so good afterwards. In fact, I'll show you before I do this. It's my right hand, like, actually I've already loosened them off a little bit, but it's a pretty decent fist, okay? Still kind of crunchy when I try to do it. If we do the next one, these ones I can't do, so again, this guy, push down through the knuckle to release a little bit of the tension, go out to the next knuckle, push, again, try and put your palm flat down to it, extend it out. Same with the index finger, down through that, oh, that one really hurts. Down through that, extend out. Sorry, I missed out that knuckle. Again, you can see, push down, trying to get your palm down. Next one, same thing, down, knuckle, through, and then your thumbs, you're gonna go underneath and push down onto your thumbs, okay? And then release. And now from here, like I can make an easy, like really easily just make a fist. Like it is a noticeable difference when you do this, okay? So very simple. So I'll go from on the side so you guys can see. First one we talked about, back of the hands, trying to spread out your fingers wide, push up, turning your elbows in. Then we did at the fist one, same thing, just pressing that fist into the ground, trying to make it as tight as you can. Next one, we did side to side movement, just switching our arms across, moving them in closer, keeping our fingers wide, keeping our index fingers down, and then we do our rotation, going around in a circle one way, rotation in the other, picking our fingers up. Again, you might not see a little bit of movement, but that's okay. Fingers up, fingers up, fingers up, fingers up, finger up and circle, finger up and circle, finger up and circle, and then our knuckle crunch. First one, second one, extend. Trying to just lift it up and then bring your finger in when we do this. First one, second one, extend, okay. Do that. Honestly, it'll make your hands, your knuckles feel much, much better. I've been doing it pretty religiously, and I've noticed a massive, massive difference in my kind of ability to make fists and ability to open and close my hands, particularly after doing a lot of gi jiu-jitsu.